Mabuhay, this is Jal, and I'm still in the middle of rearranging and what's this? Fixing my little garden, mini garden here. My little garden, it's about 2 by 3 meters. And having said that, while we are on it, let's discuss a houseplant, another common houseplant that we have here, and this is Tradescantia Pallida, or commonly known as purple heart, like that, something like that. And this is a cousin of your Tradescantia Sibrina, or your Tradescantia fluminensis. If you familiar with Sibrina are this one, and this is the fluminensis, or the wandering lilac. That is, yeah, that's the cousin of this one. And this has a purple leaves, or purple shade, purple to violet shade leaf. And as usual, it comes from South America, especially in the country of Mexico. It was introduced somewhere before the World War I. And this is an annual flower po, or annual plant. So after it flowers, it tends to have a dormancy and trails more. So this plant can trail. So let's discuss some of the the care tips of it. So this one, if you don't want this to be bushy, you can cut it off after it flowers. So you just need to cut off the flower bud after it flowers, so that it will stop in trailing. So to propagate this one, you just need to cut some vine anywhere you wanted to, and you can directly plant it to soil. So let's cut, because it's already blossomed. Just need to cut the flowers. This one, and also cut this from 2 pots, and I propagated a lot of it. Some are given to my friends, and some are sold already. And now let's do some cutting so that we can propagate it. You can, to promote more growth here, just like here, as you can see here, I cut here, and I just stick to somewhere here in the spots, and it has grown. And also it can, if you cut this stem here, it can promote some growth. So if you want to have more bushier plant like this, you need only to cut from time to time, especially after it flowers. You need to cut this, and just like that. I think I need to cut also this one. Makes sense. I will cut this also, and this one also finished flowering, so I will cut this one here to promote more growth. Also this one. So I'm killing and butchering plants right now. Yes, in the coming months, this will regrow again, and just like this pot here, it will grow some pups here, babies, and you'll have a new plant, because as I said earlier, this is an annual plant, so they tend to crawl or grow vines after the flower, and the leaves here gets wilt or natutuyo. Pasensya na po sa mga Pinoy dyan at mag-i-English tayo konti kasi ang hirap na mayroon tayong mga international viewers, so at least tayong mga Pinoy linguistic tayo, madami tayong maintindihan natin ang English kahit papaano. So give consideration tayo sa mga friends natin somewhere in the other parts of the world na hindi nakakaintindi, kasi may viewers tayo from India, Indonesia, some parts of Southeast Asia, and also other parts of the Tradescantia Pallidas are great for hanging plants, also in baskets, also as a ground cover. So you can do many things from these plants. So from here, you just need to take off the lower leaves. This one. And you can also just one note, two notes, and it's already okay. Don't mind this squash here. I'm growing some squash. May trails in our this cyclone wire. So this one, you can already just poke a hole in here and plant it. You don't need to dry it out, or what do you call it? You just need to poke it here, just like that. It's not focusing. Like this. About 2 or 1 to 2 inch. You just need a note. Just like that. This plant is a drought tolerant. Yes, and I'm not frequently watering this plant. I think I only water this for about 1 week to 10 days, about 1 week to 2 weeks. That's enough for this plant already, so it can withstand long periods of drought. But it will tell you if it needs watering, because it will drop and the leaves will become curly. So this is a plan for the busy peoples like me. like like me. Wow, parang busy naman. Fertilizing these plants? No, you don't need to fertilize this actually. Soil, the rule of thumb about soil, especially in potted plants, you just need a well draining soil. You don't need too much wandering juice or Tradescantia are acidic loving plants, so your soil needs to be a bit acidic. So they love, even if you put them in clay soil or something like that, acidic types of soil, they can thrive there. They can also thrive in a bit alkaline, but it's not recommended. They prefer more acidic type. After a few months, you will see the result of this one. You just need to water it once first. After a week, you can water it again. Yeah. So if you want a bushy plant, you can stick a lot of it. These are semi-succulent types of plants. So they are fragile. They are easily broken. Cause I'm broke. Oh, you just need to water it. So let me get some water. Oops. Something has fallen at my back. You just need to water it. and then leave it for a while. So these plants loves direct sunlight also, or bright indirect. This part of my garden is partly shaded, and they thrive here. I see some fun in our overpass, or what they called footbridge in the town, and they thrive there. Sa mga taga Baguio, mabuhay po kayo, madami kayo pag may nanonood dito na taga Baguio. For sure, madami kayong nakita na ganito. So that's it. Oh wow, we need to cut this back later on after these flowers also. So let's go back to the care tips of this. For soil, the number one rule of thumb for soil in potting soils is while draining, that should be loamy or sandy loam. You can also use compost and light materials. I choose to use garden soil with some compost or some rice hulls in it, or burn rice hulls. Also, about watering, this is a drought tolerant water plant, but they can also tolerate frequent watering. About sun exposure or sunlight, light requirements, they can thrive in from low light situations into bright light, even if in whole day, especially when they are well established. So fertilizes during growing season only if they are already start to form flowers or buds, and you can use osmocote or something organic fertilizers are the best for it. And pests, I don't see much pests here, but here in one of my pots, some ants had made it as their home. Ayun eh. But you can all easily fix this by throwing some soapy water, or just water it frequently so that the ants will go away. So pruning this one, prune this after it flowers or it blooms, so that you can promote another growth here, babies. And this is an annual flower, so annual plant, so you need to chop it back frequently after every year, at least every year. After it flowers, you can chop it back if you don't want it to crawl or vine too much. That's all. If you want it for a bigger flower pots, you can put it in bigger pots and hanging baskets like that. You can also plant it in the ground. And if you are new here, please do consider subscribing. If you have any questions regarding this plant, please do comment below. Thank you for watching, and this is Jal. See you in our next videos. I'll continue planting here. I have to replant this Tradescantia lilac in the Sabrina here over here. I have to redo my plants here. I have to repot too many plants here. Common plants actually. And see you again in the next videos. Bye bye.